Breaking news! We're standing in front of the White House waiting to talk to the pumpkin president. We're waiting for him to arrive to give us some answers on what happened today.
Ik ben bezig deze fietsen uit de dam te halen en je houdt me op. Wegwezen met je camera.
What am I being arrested for? I'm a journalist. Do you hear me? I got immunity. Are you guys crazy? Let me go right now.
We're reporting live from Jay in the morning. Hey, Henry, you should get out of that water before you be eaten by those sharks.
Are you crazy? Get up here on this car now.
That round, oversized pumpkin sent you here. Why don't he roll his ass over here and walk with the rest of us? Is it too much for him always? Is he too old? Poor thing, nobody cares.
Oh my God, why is the seat so damn greasy? Oh, you're not thinking what I'm thinking, right? It couldn't be. It couldn't be. Did the pumpkin. I'm out of here.
Oh my God, it's raining, teddy bears. I mean, it's raining rain, so you should make sure you guys have your umbrella. I mean, you tripped over a puddle.
Mom, you were supposed to be warning me about the storm, and now I have to shovel myself out. What were you doing that you couldn't be the weather girl for 5 minutes and give me a warning?
Welcome to the show.
Not really.
I just want to say, Millennia, the movie was garbage and it totally flopped over here.
Het is niet veilig om zo snel dicht bij voetgangers te rijden. Je kunt ze bezeren en je kunt een bekeuring of een boete krijgen.
The pumpkin president's approval is falling, but more importantly...
Wait, explosions are happening behind us.
News 5, we were reporting explosions behind us.
Hey everyone, I'm Jay and you are watching the morning news with Jay, and that's me. So welcome to you all, and I hope you are all ready for world news of this week.
First, we start with news out of Texas.
Authorities are investigating a deadly shooting at an Austin bar this weekend as a potential act of terrorism. The accused shooter was a 53-year-old man. The man was a US citizen and he was wearing a sweatshirt with an Iranian flag design on it with the words "Property of Allah" on it.
So what do we know so far?
It was a black SUV. The man was wearing a shirt with the words "Property of Allah" on it, and it happened at night.
Did you keep track of how many people we took so far?
We took the 14 injured so far, and the other team took the 2 deceased.
Law enforcement said today they're working with the FBI to determine a motive and whether there are any direct ties to the US war in Iran. We'll keep you up to date about this.
Do you think this has anything to do with the war between America and Iran that we just started?
I don't know, but we are going to find that out right now.
Lisa Davis of the Austin, Texas Police Department said, "We're thinking about events and what's occurring in the country as well. And so in addition to the fact that this was a huge, complex scene,
we're calling in our federal partners, the FBI, to take a look at that as well, to see how far and where this is leading us."
This is the last known location before he disappeared. We need ground units now.
Agreed. I'm mobilizing the drone team to sweep the area. Let's move.
the police rushed to the scene and shot and killed the gunman, with the mayor of Austin, Texas, saying their quick response helped to prevent further bloodshed.
Thanks to the police and their quick response that helped to prevent further bloodshed.
The Supreme Court today seemed to lean towards loosening a federal law that bars drug users from owning guns. During oral arguments,
did you hear what's going on with the drug and guns law?
Both liberal and conservative justices appeared to support a Texas man who argued he shouldn't have been charged with a crime because he owns a gun and uses marijuana.
You should not be charged with a crime because he owns
a gun and uses marijuana.
It's the same law that led to Hunter Biden's conviction in 2024 before he was pardoned by his father, who was sitting at that time in the White House.
Is that gun law not the same as that one from 2024 in the case with Hunter?
Yeah. Critics fear such a ruling could put guns in the hands of serious drug users. A decision is expected by the end of June. We also keep you up to date about this. And we're staying with the court news for a little longer, because in New York, a court battle got underway that could have a major impact on the music industry.
Did you hear that Ticketmaster and Live Nation are in court because of something illegal?
Seriously?
The Justice Department claims that concert giant Live Nation is running an illegal monopoly after merging with rival Ticketmaster in 2010.
I know what you guys do is illegal, and it harms smaller ticket stores.
Officials claim the combined company uses its power to limit competition and drive up ticket prices, what is illegal to do in America.
You can't use your power to suppress smaller stores from getting sales.
We did not break any rules. The market is just more competitive than people know.
Live Nation denies this, saying that the market is more competitive than officials have claimed. The lawsuit was filed all the way back in 2024.
Pumpkin administration is reportedly planning to abandon its efforts to target a number of law firms seen as foes of the president. That's according to multiple media outlets.
We are following breaking news. The Pumpkin has officially withdrawn the majority of its suits against the multi-firms.
A drumming represents a dramatic U-turn for the government. The Justice Department is expected to drop its appeals from 4 cases after firms successfully sued to have punishing measures against them blocked. The order signed by the Pumpkin last year would have prevented them from being able to do their work, sending shivers through the industry.
A number of firms struck big and small deals with the Pumpkin, rather than stand their ground and fight back against the Pumpkin.
I'd rather make a deal with the Pumpkin than fight against him, then he is way too unstable for me.
French president says his country will increase the size of its nuclear arsenal for the first time in decades, speaking at a military base.
Mesdames et messieurs, officiers, nous sommes ici aujourd'hui pour célébrer l'avancée de notre défense sous-marine.
That was at the country's nuclear submarines base. Macron also said France will temporarily allow the deployment of nuclear-armed jets to allies like the UK, Germany and Poland.
Nous continuerons d'aider et de soutenir ou serons alliés dans l'intervalle.
His announcement comes amid growing concerns about Russian military aggression and ongoing political tensions with Washington.
Officials in South Sudan say at least 169 people were killed after insurgents raided a remote village in the country's far north.
Move! Get out of the way! Burn it down! They are attacking! Run for your...
The attack took place yesterday in Abiam County near the Sudan border. Local officials say 90 civilians were killed, including women and children.
Why is it always that we people are getting hurt when we are not the problem?
There are more and more killings.
And more innocent people are getting hurt.
UN mission in South Sudan says that some 1,000 people sought shelter at its base after the attack. Killings are part of an escalating wave of violence.
Keep moving forward. Register over there.
Please, we need water and food. My children are hungry.
It's between forces loyal to the current president and those backing an opposition leader, putting the country on the verge of an all-out civil war.
Move up! Move up! Take cover on the right! Fire! Keep firing!
We will be right back after a small commercial break.
Hey, I'm Naomi, and this is The Naomi Show. Make sure you come here every Monday to check out my show. I'm going to give you everything you need here on my show. See you on Monday.
You ever had a morning that is so hard to get up that you think I should call in sick? Now I have the best solution for that. The Neomi channel, it has you. Cracking up and ready for the day in no time. Try it out now. Now I'm going back inside and get back ready for the news. See you inside.
Hey guys, you're watching Late Night with Naomi. That's me. I'm your late night girl. So if you're looking for some gossip on celebrities, news, and everything else, get it right here. See you on Saturdays.
Welcome back to the morning news with Jay, and that's me. In New York City, Ellie Agayeva is a Columbia University student, was detained by ICE agents in her campus apartment and then released hours later.
Stop resisting! Get in the vehicle now!
Let go of me! Why are you doing this?
Eli Agayeva is a senior from Azerbaijan and a self-described content creator. This morning, she wrote on Instagram, "DHS illegally arrested me, please help."
Within hours, dozens gathered at the campus gates in protest. Federal officials saying Agayeva as an illegal alien whose student visa was terminated in 2016.
What are we gonna do? See all those people in front of the gate?
No.
Her release came after New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani said he discussed the arrest with President Pumpkin during an unrelated meeting at the White House.
Effective immediately, I am ordering the release of this student.
Police in Buffalo, New York are investigating the death of a nearly blind refugee from Myanmar days after Border Patrol agents dropped him off alone at a coffee shop. Miles from his home, 56-year-old Nurul Amin Shah Alam, who spoke little English, had been jailed for a year on charges later resolved with a misdemeanor plea deal.
Go ahead and sign right here, Mr. Johnson. It's done. You're going home.
He was released by the Border Patrol agents who found he was not amenable to removal, according to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection.
Really, do we need to let him go? But why? So we can arrest him again?
He is old.
Agents are saying that they offered him a courtesy ride, but he did not show any signs of distress, mobility issues, or disabilities.
Serious now, we also need to play taxi. Are you serious?
Please tell me you're joking.
A medical examiner has ruled out exposure and homicide, saying his death was 100% health-related. But Buffalo's mayor said the decision to leave him was unprofessional and inhumane.
ICE is so unprofessional and don't care about people.
The FBI has reportedly fired even more agents who worked on President Pumpkin's classified documents case from back in 2021.
Some people are getting fired today.
The Associated Press report that at least 10 employees were terminated for helping investigate Pumpkin's hoarding of documents at his Mar-a-Lago home after he left office. It's just the latest purge under FBI Director Patel, who's fired dozens of employees for working on Pumpkin-related cases or for being seen as disloyal.
How can working on the Pumpkin case be disloyal?
They order us to do it like we have a choice. This is so unfair.
The FBI Agents Association condemned the firings, saying they weaken the Bureau by stripping away critical expertise and destabilizing the workforce.
If it keeps going like this, there will be no FBI left.
Warner Bros. Discovery said that Paramount's revised bid for the company is superior to its existing deal with Netflix. Paramount raised its price for Warner Bros.
They raised it again. $50 billion, that's insane.
We can't let this happen. It undervalues everything we've built.
To $31 a share this week as a best and final offer. In response, Netflix said it would not raise its offer for Warner Bros., saying the deal is no longer financially attractive.
It's not any more worth it for us now.
Now it's time for the weather. But before we go to the weather, let's check in on my mom, how her remodeling of the house is going.
Hey everyone and Jay. As you can see, they just finished the kitchen, but they still need to do the outside, what is taking forever.
So, did they give you an estimated time of when they should be done? Or do they keep you in the dark?
Oh yes, they gave me a time. What was it again? Oh yeah, between 2 weeks till almost 2 months.
Can you give us maybe a quick look at how it looks so far? You know, like a quick peek at least, if that's possible? That would be nice.
I wish I could, but I had to put all my dolls and teddy bears away just for them to be able to get to the wall. Now the whole house is a mess, so maybe next week I can show you.
So we will be checking on you next week, or maybe everything is done by then and you can make a video from it and show us here at the studio.
I hope it is done by then so I can do the weather again. I hate to sit at the house, so I keep you guys updated. I see you all later, and Jay, I'll hear from you soon.
Thank you, Mum. And now let's see if we can get any nice weather, because now it's time for the weather with our drone girl and mother-in-law, Semi.
Thank you, Jay, and hello, everyone. I'm your drone girl, Simi. Yes, I'm the one that makes those nice shots for the news, but now let's see what the weather brings. We start with U.S. Northeast. The region is digging out from a historic blizzard that dumped over 30 inches of snow in parts of New England. Its hurricane gusts reached 83 miles per hour in Nantucket, leaving thousands without power across Massachusetts.
In the U.S. South and Central, a spring-like surge is triggering a multi-day severe weather threat from Texas to the Ohio Valley.
Forecasters warn of tornadoes, large hail, and flash flooding as warm Gulf moisture clashes with lingering Arctic air. We go to Europe, where they have a major sudden stratospheric warming event that has fractured the polar vortex, sending frigid air across the continent. Romania is under red alerts for extreme cold and heavy snow, with temperatures plunging to minus 15 degrees Celsius. Now, the Southern Europe and Mediterranean storm Leonardo continues to batter Spain and Portugal with torrential rain and record flooding.
Motorways have collapsed in Portugal, and thousands remain displaced as river levels reach historic highs.
Now we go to Australia and Asia, with Australia is witnessing a stunning blood moon total lunar eclipse tonight. Meanwhile, South Asia faces early season extreme heat warnings all over the continent. Please be careful and stay cool. That's all the weather news I have for this week. I hope you like my drone shots. See you all later. And now back to you, Jay.
Thank you, Semi, for the weather and your nicely done drone shots. I don't know how you always get those crazy shots in, but it's stunning. This was all the morning news with Jay for this week. I'll see you all next week with a whole new morning news with Jay.
That's Jay from the Morning News. Woo.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Ann.
Hey, Jay.
You need to stop talking about me, bad-talking me. I'm a president.
Move out my way, Orange Pumpkin. I have real news to broadcast instead of throwing a temper tantrum because you don't get what you want.
This news anchor was mean to me. I want him deported.
We can't. He is already in his own country.
This is not fair.
If you like the news in a form like this, then come and check me out on the Neomi TV channel on YouTube, and I will see you there with a lot more news.
Click the link below. See you all soon.